Wow. I must thank you all for that kind of greeting. I was hoping I wouldn't have to say anything. But anyway, first of all, I have to thank everyone who is here tonight for coming out. When I saw the weather, I was a little concerned, but this shows that the weather doesn't matter, that you'll come to a place that is so beautiful and to support PASE, because PASE is really one of the most unique organizations in the city. So first of all, I'd like to thank my family, they're here tonight. You saw them up here, and our 3 sons are here, my daughter-in-law, they could stand. My sister, Hope, my grandchildren, my niece, my good friend Richard is here at the same table. Anyway, but I want to thank all of you really for coming. It's been very, very meaningful to me, and I really appreciate it. So let me just quickly go through this thing, the few lines that I have written. Friends of PASE, good evening, and thank you all for being here tonight to support PASE and the incredible impact that PASE has in the after-school field. My personal congratulations to our PASE Setter winners for the transformative and healing work that you're engaged in every day. It really does make a difference, as we all heard today. During my 20-plus years as a board member of PASE, I have observed how quickly PASE responds to crises affecting youth, their families, and communities in New York City. PASE is nimble in responding to emerging needs of the after-school field. It's low cost and is flexible. Whether partnering with higher education, health, or educational facilities, hosting summits on promising practices in after-school programs, or more recently, reimagining a recovery agency agenda for youth success, PASE is constantly alert to the immediate needs of youth and the staff who work with them. And of course, PASE's impressive results are achieved because of its intelligent and caring leader, Alison Overseth, and her very, very capable team. PASE's leadership, yes, PASE's leadership is one that inspires and empowers and is visionary. It is an honor to receive this recognition from PASE. I grew up, as you heard, in Jamaica. During the 40s and 50s, when Jamaica was still a British colony, and before the emergence of the ska and reggae music, I was enriched by the pulsating musical rhythms of calypso and mento. Do you remember that? A wealth of local intellectuals, the Jamaican humor of my peers, and support from the many adults around me, including my teachers. During that period, my only career goal was to become a civil servant. That was typical of many colonial young people, or people. So anyway, so my enrollment in high school at a time when very few students had access to high schools exposed me to new subjects, stories, and ideas, and fueled a keen desire to embrace new learning experiences, including coming to America. I remember my interview with the officer at the American Embassy in Jamaica. As he handed me my visa, he stated quite seriously, "Miss Spence," that was my maiden name, "you will not return to Jamaica." Of course, I protested since I knew I was going back to Jamaica. So, armed with my foreign student's visa, I left Jamaica in 1957, only knowing that I could work my way through college. However, that journey from Jamaica changed my life forever. Following a brief stop at Chicago's Roosevelt University, I traveled to New York City and discovered NYU through the Yellow Pages. Do you remember that? I spent the next 6 amazing years absorbing all I could, working part-time, and getting to know New York City and its free cultural offerings. Living in the Judson, NYU's only dorm at that time, I participated in all available and free social activities. Free. For foreign students on and off campus. I learned a lot about myself during my college and graduate school years, not only about academics, but also about other cultures through the new friends I met, including my best friend and husband, Ismail Khan. So, following an internship at Inwood House for Unwed Mothers, I knew that a helping profession was where I belonged. Shortly before graduation, I recalled my high school music teacher saying to me that I should have a profession. My application to NYU School of Social Work was accepted, even though my answer to the question, "Why do you wish to become a social worker?" later seemed to me to be very naive. I said, "Because I want to make people happy." Oh my gosh, anyway. But I was young. As a social worker, I was exposed to a broad range of human experiences and the challenges facing many children and families. I learned that individuals do not fit neatly into categories. I learned to listen without being judgmental, to listen with a third ear, and to trust my instincts. Above all, I learned to respect that the helping process deals with individuals and that it is important to see the whole person, their strengths and their humanity. In 1971, I became an administrator and program developer at LaGuardia Community College. Hey, for LaGuardia. Despite lacking administrative experience, the dean took a chance on me when I told her that I really had no experience as an administrator. She said, "Oh, administration is nothing. You will learn." And over the next 17 years, I would come to design and supervise a wealth of programs, including the only comprehensive educational program for deaf adults in New York City, now in its 48th year. My tenure at LaGuardia unleashed whatever dormant creativity or passion was in me, because my motivation to change unhappy circumstances for youth and adults increased tremendously. As a newly opened college, LaGuardia was all about innovation, creativity, and collaboration. And during that process, the college was instrumental in developing young leaders, like me, within its staff. In 1989, I was hired at Bank Street College as Dean of Continuing Education. With a very capable leadership team, we addressed the professional development needs of teachers and leaders. We also met the academic and social-emotional needs of children and designed programs with partners to improve conditions across diverse constituencies. Our first after-school program was a New York state-funded Liberty Partnerships program for youth. Liberty, at risk of not completing school. We use the college environment and a developmental approach to support students and to increase their educational aspirations. We saw how using caring and informed educators to provide rigorous educational experiences can disrupt negative outcomes for youth. Moreover, training after-school staff to provide those kinds of experiences is what PACE has done since 1993. Yeah, PACE. The go-to place for increased skills and knowledge, PACE's leadership is now well established within and outside the field with over 1,600 programs in its network, and you heard that earlier. PACE has become a major influencer and has remained true to its mission as a child-focused organization that promotes and supports quality after-school programs, particularly those serving young people from underserved communities. Through my work in higher education and partnerships with organizations like PACE, I have been able to find my own purpose in life. I will continue to implement the qualities and actions that gained your trust, PACE's board, to benefit individuals and communities here and elsewhere. And though I disagreed with the American Embassy officer's prediction that I would not return to Jamaica, I must admit tonight that he was right. My sincere thanks and gratitude to PACE's board for this special recognition. Please join me in applauding PACE for its extraordinary accomplishments over 30 years.